Hello guys and welcome back to Earl Sports Bets. I'm Timothy Earl and today I'm going to be breaking down the 3-game CounterStrike slate for tomorrow, March 25th, and we are starting on the final group, Group D. We get Virtus Pro, the CIS team Virtus Pro. We get Endpoint, which is from England. We get Liquid, the Americans. Fnatic, which are Swedish. The Danish Astralis, and we get the Americans in EG. So pretty good group here. Looking off the bat, I'm going to go on. I'm going to say Astralis, Liquid, and Virtus Pro are probably going to be the top three teams in this group. But you never know. Crazy things have happened. ENCE came out of Group B, so who am I to know? But we will be going and digging into each one of these teams, looking at them, and we also will be looking at the Counter-Strike slate for DraftKings tomorrow as well. Some prices that are good, some prices yet you could avoid, and all that good stuff. But before we jump into it, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe, like the video, share it out. Trying to make some people some money playing some Counter-Strike, because this is my shit. All of our links to our socials will be in the description below. Twitter, Instagram, Discord, our merch, the link to picks and parlays, all that in the description below. Go check all that stuff out. We appreciate all the support. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the Counter-Strike slate, starting with Virtus Pro taking on Endpoint, minus 556 for Virtus Pro, Endpoint at a plus 336. Looking at these teams, Virtus Pro just came off of a second place finish in IEM Katowice, where they lost to Gambit, but they've looked quite solid in part of this big CIS rush coming up to the top of the to the top of the leaderboards with Gambit, with Navi, with now Virtus Pro. We saw a little bit of fours, don't really know where they are now, but we've just been seeing a bunch of a good stuff coming out of the CIS scene. And as for Endpoint, we just haven't seen as much from them lately. I think they did participate in Katowice. No, they played in Blast. That they did. They played in DreamHack, 9-5s. They haven't really played in any like big tournaments, but they've been doing pretty well in all their tournaments. So it is good to see Endpoint in here. It's one of those teams that Endpoint's probably going to be the last place team in this group. We'll go ahead and look at Endpoint's players first. And I will say I looked over the slate a little bit. Pricing is not as easy as it's going to be, as it was for some of the groups. At least this slate's a little bit difficult just because of some pricings and considering that big favorite and decent sized favorite and have them marked as a bigger favorite than they are. But you might need a loser in your lineup in order to be able to go with it. So Surreal might be one of the top options, or Flames at 66 or 6K might be a decent option to try to go after as like a value piece. Also Robin at 4K could be a decent value piece there. Just because going after some of these guys, they're going to get swept, so they're going to get, most likely they're going to get swept. So they're going to get like 36 round bonus, or at least 30 round bonus. So going after these guys could be a decent option as like a value play to boost up your lineup to get some more of the expensive players in there. Looking at the Virtus Pro side, Yakinda is going to be $9,600. Yakinda is more of the entry fragger, so he's going to get a lot of opening kills, but his deaths are going to go up as well. He's a very, very aggressive player. If you notice, like, okay, that game wasn't as good for him. 29 first kills, 20 first kills, 11 first kills. He's going to be playing in a lot he's going to be getting opening kills a lot. He's a very, very aggressive player. and he's probably gonna be one of the more higher owned players on the slate. James is going to be your AWPer. AWPers normally have a higher floor but a lower ceiling, just because the AWP will be the first thing that they're going to try to save if it's a losing round. And then Buster, Quirkit, or Sanji are going to all be like or at least Quirkit and Sanji will be value plays. I'd rather go to Quirkit at $6,400. It could be a decent option. Or Sanji, if Sanji can get a KD, a 1 KD or higher, they get the sweep. He could be a decent value at $5,600. Quirkit, I think, would have to get like a 1.25 KD or something of that nature, plus or KDA, in order for it to be anything beneficial. So if I'm going after anything, Yikinda could be a good pay-up option. Sanji for value, James for a higher floor as like a cash game player, but that's not really much as interested in that game. Next up, we get Team Liquid taking on Fnatic. Oh, I am taking Verspro in the first game, by the way. I think it was a -167 for Liquid, plus 137 for Fnatic, or something in that nature. We'll get that up. 164, plus 137. This one should be, the closest one, obviously, with the betting odds. That's what TradeRanch is telling us. I don't really see this one as going to be that close. I do have Liquid winning this one. Probably, I think that they can even sweep this. I think that all 3 games can only go 2 games tomorrow. Just looking at it, Elige is probably one of my favorite pay-up options. He's always very, very consistent, always one of the top fraggers on the team, so going after him could be a solid option. Stewie 2K is just way too expensive for me. $8,600 for him. Yes, he could have the potential of being a high entry fragging ability, but going after him might not be the biggest thing for me. Let's look at more. Grim, 7,200. I don't mind that price. It's more of a middle of the road price, but I'm okay with that. Naf at $6,400 is probably my favorite play on the day. I don't see why he should be that cheap. I do like going after Naf, so probably a good option there. And then Fallen at $5,400. Yes, he's the IGL on all the maps besides Nuke, maybe even Nuke now. So definitely could be an option there. So the bottom 2 and Elige could be solid options going after Team Liquid. Looking at Fnatic, do not roster Flusha. Flusha has not played on Fnatic since what, December, beginning of December. Yeah, do not play Fnatic. He's no longer a part of the team. Don't know why he's even on the slate. It's Crims, Brolin, Chiquito, Golden, and JW. Other than that, I wouldn't be too interested in going after any of these guys. Well, my bad, not after Flusha. Some of these guys could be interesting. Crims, 8,200, always has the possibility of going off. Brolin at 7K always has the possibility of doing big things. Chiquito is still an up-and-comer, so play him as you wish. He's I would say a GPP play. I'm not going after him. I have Liquid win the game, so it wouldn't help me. And then Golden and JW, I'm just going to avoid. Even though Liquid definitely has a chance of sweeping, I don't think that those 2 guys would be of value, even if Fnatic gets swept and they get the round bonus. I am going Liquid for this matchup. And the final one is going to be Astralis versus EG. -333 for Astralis, plus 262 for EG. I'm going to go over EG first because I'm looking at this is going to interest me. I'm curious to see what Oboe is going to do. Honestly, I think Oboe might be one of the better value plays on the day. $4,200. It's because they don't know what he's going to be necessarily, how he's going to be adapting with the team. They don't know how much time he's been with the team with. They signed him. We don't know how much practice he's gotten, but Oboe joining EG is definitely a good fit for him. When Ethan left, I think he could fill the Ethan role, and if that's the case, $4,200 for him is going to be a steal. and I'm going to want to use that as a value play, major value play. Breeze at 7,400, I like that price. If a EG can pull off an upset or something, that could be a good option. Tarek has the opportunity of being a very good entry fragger and just an all-out. He can go balls to the wall sometimes. He could also have a very, very shitty game. So, definition of a GPP there. Sarek has been on the downfall. $5,800. I don't like him. He's just hasn't been playing well. It's just not a place I would want to go. Stanislaw is the IGL, and I really wouldn't want to bother with that. On the other side, we get Astralis. Do not roster Bubsky. He doesn't play. I mean, it's probably pretty easy not to roster him. He's $9,000. But do not roster Bubsky. Device at 10K, he could be a very good play for tomorrow. But honestly, I'd rather go after Elish at 92. I'd rather go after Yakinda at 96. I feel like both those options will be a tiny bit better. Dupree, I'm not really too interested in. Yes, you can go off for a big game, but at $9,400, once again, Yakinda, Elish, I feel like those two guys are going to be better options than him. No Dubovsky. Zipex, 8,400. He definitely has the clutch factor. He could definitely be. He could definitely go off and everything, but I just think that this Astralis team is way too expensive. If I'm going to be interested in anybody, it's going to be Magix at 7,600. Maybe even Glave as a value play at 62. Not going to be really interested in any of the top guys just because they're too expensive. I think I could build a better team going after Magix and Glave than building with Dupree and Device. It just comes down to pricing in this one, but I'd rather go after the bottom two than the top guys. But I do like Astralis to win that game. But that's going to do it for the video. I want to thank you guys all for watching. If you guys got anything out of this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Appreciate all the support, all the link. Check the description below. There's a lot of good stuff down there. That's going to do it for the video. I want to thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, let's watch some good Counter-Strike. Let's make some money.